Hi guys, and welcome back to another delicious episode of Shelly's Homemade. And guess what, guys? We're gonna be making a Western omelet Shelly style. Alright, for my omelet, you're gonna need some bell peppers, you're gonna need some ham, you're gonna need an onion. I have a small onion here, and this is optional, mushrooms, but I'm gonna put it in there. Alright, so Western omelet typically just have ham, onions, and bell peppers. Now, cheese is optional because, you know, there's a debate going on saying cheese does not belong in a Western omelet. But for me, I'm going to make one with and without cheese. Alright, so right now, we're just going to chop up our bell pepper. And if you don't eat cheese, don't put it in there. You know, you can always skip the cheese. Alright, so I'm chopping up this bell pepper. And I'm rough chopping it to get them that size. That's the size we're looking for. Then I'm just putting them in my little container here. Then I'm going to get rid of these outer parts of this small onion. Matter of fact, this is actually the first omelet I learned how to make, was a Western omelet. And the same with the onion, we're going to rough chop it. Got my onion in here. Chop up our mushrooms. You know what? Let's just get rid of this part. So I started experimenting with the Western omelet, and by adding mushrooms, I thought I was doing something, and then like I was adding like different meats, and that was like, that is not a Western omelet, Shelly. That is like a build your own omelet. So now I stick to the basics of this omelet, except I like to add mushrooms. And I dare you to tell me different. So we got the ham steak here, and you're gonna need a ham steak. We're only going to use half of this ham steak. I'm going to use half. We're going to put the other half back in the pack. Now, if you want more ham, by all means, cut up the whole thing. But I'm only making 2 omelets, so I only need this. And you're going to cut them up into cubes to get that size right here, guys. That size we're looking for. I'm going to put that in there. and just cleaned up. Then we're gonna start sauteing our veggies. Okay, so I misspoke earlier. We didn't whisk up our eggs. How we gonna do an omelet? No eggs. Okay, so I have 6 large eggs inside of my measuring cup, and we're gonna go in with half a cup of milk. And you can use water if you don't like to use milk, but I think these make the perfect omelet. And just whisk it on in there. And just whisking my eggs together makes the perfect egg. And whisk until you don't see any more yellow or the white stuff. And whisk vigorously to the side. Even if it's a bowl, turn to the side. And you should have a mixture like that. A pretty good mixture. Alright, so now it's time to saute up our veggies. Okay, so now I have some olive oil here. And we're just going to add this olive oil just a touch. Maybe like a tablespoon, maybe 2 teaspoons. 1 teaspoon of some butter. You see it's actually butter. My pan nice and hot. And this is the pan I like to make my omelets in. So we're going to add our mushrooms because that takes the longest to cook. I'm going to add them first and give them a head start. Ow, I'm gonna burn myself. Pan hot, pan nice and hot too. Alright. So we're gonna give this a head start. And this we're gonna come back and add the rest of the veggies. Alright, so now that our mushrooms started cooking down, we're gonna hit it with a pinch of salt to draw out all those all the water or whatever that's in there. And we're going to add a little pepper to it. Alright. Now we can add my onions and bell peppers and ham. And let these cook up. That's a pinch more salt. And as soon as these turn translucent, my onions and everything, translucent or clear in color to the onion, we are going to take these out and start on the omelet. Alright, see how these veggies have cooked up so nicely? Look at this. Absolutely beautiful. Onions started to turn translucent. Bell peppers started to cook down. Everything is exactly where it is supposed to be. And we're going to add it back to our container. Just like so. Back on the burner. We're going to add a little more olive oil, just a touch. A little more butter. And we're going to add half our egg mixture, because remember we're doing 2. like so. And then I know you want to touch it, but we're going to reserve from touching it. We're going to let it cook and sit. This makes sense. I like to move it away from the sides, so that way I'm ensured that the egg can cook properly. And just let it get underneath, so it all just cook. Just letting it get underneath the egg mixture underneath, so it'll cook. These little air bubbles that pop up, just take your spatula or whatever you're doing and just poke a little hole in it to release that air bubble. Just go around and just keep on releasing air bubble. Yeah. Another one. Get rid of it. And make sure that it's on a medium low, because you don't want to cook too fast. And if you feel like it's cooking, turn it down a little more. Alright, so at this point, it's just a little bit of egg mixture on the top. Take half your mixture, half of that, and just put it right on one side. And then turn it down and low. So this is the one with the cheese. And just pour my cheese mixture right on top. Just like that. Now, I'm going to take my pan. Hold on. Wait a minute. Alright, so we're going to loosen it, and we're going to let it slip out of the pan if I can get it out. There we go. And there's your omelet. Very, very pretty. I'm going to give it a taste. The mushroom, the egg. The ham. Absolutely delicious. This is a delicious omelet. You have to try it. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And as always, guys, have a wonderful day. I'll see you in the next video.